It's day 20. We're 2/3 of the way done with our 30-day English vocabulary challenge. One video a day every day for 30 days. We're learning 105 words from the academic word list. Words that will help you have sophisticated English conversations. Words you need to know if you're preparing for the IELTS or TOEFL exams. I've been watching the posts you've been making about this challenge. It's incredible, inspiring. Make up a sentence to a word you learn and post it on social. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to download the study guide that goes with this 30-day challenge. You can do that by clicking here or the link in the video description. Learn the words, ace the quizzes. You've got this. Today we start with chapter. Chapter. The T in a PT cluster is very weak. It's not t, but t. Chapter, chapter. It can almost sound like a D. Chapter, chapter. There's not as much air in it as a regular true T. It's a noun. It means one of the main sections of a book. Please read the first 2 chapters of your textbook for our next class. Or it means a period of time that is very different from the period of time before it. That was a difficult chapter in my life. Let's look again up close and in slow motion. Chapter. 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 And now we'll go to Youglish for 5 examples.
You can read this in the first chapter or second chapter of my book.
This example and the next one uses chapters as a section of a book.
You can read this in the first chapter or second chapter of my book.
Here's another example.
It's not something that she's covering in every single chapter.
Not covering throughout the book.
It's not something that she's covering in every single chapter.
Here's another example.
This chapter in our life has ended. So how do we turn the page?
Now here the word is being used to talk about a period of time. A chapter in your life can be defined by a big change, like the chapter when you were single and the chapter when you were married, or the chapter when you were in graduate school and the chapter when you got your first job.
This chapter in our life has ended. So how do we turn the page?
Another example.
I want to read a section from chapter 5, which is where we focus on culture.
Again, talking about a section of a book.
I want to read a section from chapter 5, which is where we focus on culture.
Our last example.
I mean, they have just seen chapter and verse over the last 5 years of really bad behavior by these banks.
Chapter and verse. This is an idiom that means full and precise information. She says they've seen chapter and verse. They've seen very precisely the bad behavior of banks.
I mean, they have just seen chapter and verse over the last 5 years of really bad behavior by these banks.
Our next word is journal. Journal. It's a noun, a book in which you write down your personal experiences and thoughts. I write down my dreams in a journal. It can also be a newspaper or magazine that reports on things of special interest. My mom subscribes to the Wall Street Journal. This is also a verb, and it means to write down personal experiences and thoughts. I journal about the meaning of my dreams. Let's look again up close and in slow motion. Journal. 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 And now we'll go to Youglish for 5 examples.
My own perspective, however, follows an argument made by Jill Fields in a 2012 article in Frontiers, a women's studies journal.
In a particular journal, a publication that reports on this specialized subject.
My own perspective, however, follows an argument made by Jill Fields in a 2012 article in Frontiers, a women's studies journal.
Here's another example.
A couple of weeks ago, I assigned my college students a 1-page journal entry.
The students were supposed to write out personal experiences and thoughts, likely on a particular topic.
A couple of weeks ago, I assigned my college students a 1-page journal entry.
Here's another example.
Oprah likes to keep a gratitude journal and says it's the single most important thing she's ever done.
Gratitude journal, a place to write down your thoughts on what you're thankful for, what you feel lucky to have.
Oprah likes to keep a gratitude journal and says it's the single most important thing she's ever done.
Another example.
So I do regularly journal.
Here it's being used as a verb, to write down personal experiences and thoughts.
So I do regularly journal.
Our last example.
Francis is published in every journal you can imagine.
Every journal, every newspaper and magazine you can think of.
Francis is published in every journal you can imagine.
Our last word today is text. Text. All three of our words today relate to writing, don't they? This is a noun. The original words of a piece of writing or speech. You can find the full text of his speech on his website. As a verb, it means to send someone a text message. We texted for an hour last night. Let's look again up close and in slow motion. Notice that to make that true T at the beginning, the teeth have to come together. T. Text. 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 And now we'll go to Youglish for 5 examples.
Someone breaking up with you via text message? That's like a different emotion.
Breaking up with you, ending your relationship via text message. That's harsh. I'd much rather have that conversation in person.
Someone breaking up with you via text message? That's like a different emotion.
Here's another example.
We would read some text in feminist theory and have a conversation about it.
Some text, some original piece of writing.
We would read some text in feminist theory and have a conversation about it.
Here's another example.
Please use footnotes for your in-text citations.
In-text citation. When you're writing a book or article and you quote someone or use information or ideas developed by someone else, you need to cite that. You need to say who the original source was. So an in-text citation is where you put that citation right there in your paper. This is different from a citation that happens at the end of a paper or article. This is an example of an in-text citation that I got from the web. It has 2 in-text citations.
Please use footnotes for your in-text citations.
Another example.
The evidence from the text and artifact tell a new story.
Evidence from the text, from the original piece of writing.
The evidence from the text and artifact tell a new story.
Our last example.
And you go to text one of your friends, and they don't text back right away.
You text a friend, pull out your phone, send a message. We all know what texting is, don't we?
And you go to text one of your friends, and they don't text back right away.
Seeing all the real-life examples can really help you understand how to use these words, can't it? I have a challenge for you now. Make up a sentence with one of these words, make a short video of your sentence, and post it to social media. Tag me and use the hashtag Rachel's English 30-Day Challenge. Don't be shy, you can do this. I've loved seeing what you've posted so far. Our next video comes out tomorrow at 10 a.m. Philadelphia time. Come on back to learn 3 more vocabulary words. In the meantime, keep your studies going with this video and check out my online courses at Rachel's English Academy. You'll become a more confident English speaker. And please do remember to subscribe. I love being your English teacher. That's it, and thanks so much for using Rachel's English.